Hello, and welcome to While True, Learn. This is a puzzle game about programming, as far as I know. That's really all I know. I guess we will start with the tutorial and figure out what this is about. To become a programmer, you must master your art of turning the computer on. Yeah, I'd say that's a good first step. Press and hold the flashing triangle and drag to connect the power outlet with your PC. Okay. PC screen and keyboard. When it's done, press power button. That will appear in the upper right part of the screen. Congratulations, you're almost a programmer now. Okay, I see. Well, this certainly wasn't what I was expecting. But, okay, so we've connected the PC to the power. But now we need to... Can I do it this way? Cross the wires. So we've got our keyboard and our monitor. Apparently we're on Windows. One more step to be a programmer. Oh yeah, we got the peak human form right there. The hunched back. Oh. It's okay, I'm a drawed player. I like bugs. Out of coffee? Maybe? Well, time to get more coffee. Also, the cat was in a box, because of course it was. And the cat is a better programmer. Either the cat is a better programmer than us, or we are the cat. Cat speech recognition. Okay, well, I mean, that is certainly a task. Name is already taken. How many characters? Yep, figures. Every single time. Mauve Butterf. We'll go with Mauve. That's fine. I'm used to it. You know, I remember back in the day when they allowed you to have 15 characters in your usernames. When did 12 become the standard? 15 makes more sense because that's like power of 2 going up from 0 to 15, sort of. Anyway, how to recognize animal speech. Hey everyone, can you believe my cat? That little devil has debugged my code again. He definitely has something to say, so I decided to make some sort of system algorithm which will help me understand him. Give me advice, wish me luck maybe. P.S. I'm not insane, my mom had me tested. Don't rush ahead of yourself. Making a device that would be able to detect the cat would be a nice start. You can work with video, sound, etc. when the time is right. Hey, a couple of days ago, I've been reading about how Expert System can be applied for detecting animals and writing chatbots. The newspaper was called Deep News. I'll be sending you my copies once I'm done with them. This is where programming magic and bugs is born. Drag an Expert System node from the list on the right. Okay. Drag the connection line from the starting node on the left to Expert System node on the right. If you want to delete a connection, place your mouse over the line and press right mouse button. I will be reading all the tutorials word for word. It's kind of a personal pet peeve of mine when somebody is trying a new game and they're just skimming the tutorial and then inevitably 5 minutes later they're complaining that nothing makes sense. So it'll be slow, but that's what we're going to do. Can I... Okay, I can. I had to check. But let's not be intentionally dumb here. What are these options? Delete things, maybe? Deletes all nodes. No. Or does that let me... Okay, so we have red, photos with cat, photo with no cat. So if we're red, we go here, otherwise we go here. So I guess we're assuming that cat is red. Based on this seems to be pretty clearly. Okay, so this is actually more like an automation game. Maybe more along the lines of something like Space Chem. I mean, that kind of makes sense. Time spent. Oh, I'm being timed on this? Well, I'm not going to worry about time medals. That's the kind of thing for somebody who isn't doing a Let's Play. I feel like I need to take my time to explain my thoughts, otherwise, why am I even doing this? Like watching a speedrun of this game. I mean, it might be interesting, but it's not the experience I'm going for here. Recognizing animal speech. Hey, a couple of days ago I've been reading about... Is this the same thing? Hey again. I've tried that extra system and it hardly makes any sense. Squares are floating from left to right. Is that what the fuss is all about? Machine learning? Are you guys actually working there? This is called visual programming, my fellow dude. Yes, this is how it's supposed to work. The expert system analyzes your data input from the camera and checks if there's a cat on them. No, it's not what machine learning is all about. It will get hardcore soon enough. Well, I will be impressed if this game actually gets into machine learning, but I suspect it's just going to be similar to this visual programming thing. It's going to be an abstraction, which is probably frustrating if you have the actual programming ability underlying how to do things yourself. Well, I'm not very good at it yet, apparently. When do I actually start building a cat translator? Lack of capitalization is triggering me slightly. Hey, you're punctuating but not capitalizing. What is this? Oh, you did capitalize I. Don't rush it, friend. You gotta master your machine learning ninja skills first. I'm working as a freelancer and the amount of contracts is crazy. I'll forward you some jobs I don't have time for. It will help you get on your feet and earn some cat bucks as well. Check your mail now. You're still paying for the servers, though. Alright, well, if somebody talks like this, probably... Oh, Hellraiser. Not the most reputable individual. That's all I'm gonna say. Hey, move@cat.meow. Noob advice. There's an auto help for each new technology. Very convenient. I've turned it on for you now. No need to thank me. But I probably want to change your password. mycattalks123 is pretty obvious. I don't know, it's got a capital letter and some numbers in it. No punctuation, I guess. Behold, the task tree. This is the map of your progression in the game. Vertical progression stands for story quests. Horizontal branches are optional. Okay, fair enough. Icon colors stand for different types of machine learning text used in respective tasks. Sounds pretty simple, or so we hope. Yeah, well, I mean... it's going to be the actual details. And also vertical... Okay. I guess we're climbing up, so... we'll click on the shiny thing. Good day, we're from a public school. Summer exams have ended. The results are attached to the letter. Can you process them and predict which of the students will be able to enter the MIT? And we got 350 cat bucks. Okay. Hide irrelevant startups? Interesting. See these colorful geometric shapes? They represent various kinds of data. Numbers, letters, elements of images. In the modern world, everything can be turned into data. And machine learning is all about sorting and interpreting data. Long story short, your goal in the game is to transfer data from the left part of the screen to the right. These bars show the minimum amount of data that needs to be processed to complete the task. Okay, so we have an expert system. Put this down. So now we have to actually manually change this. We'll go with green. Of course, it's RGB. So The exam results are in. Can I? Okay, expert system is on a 1-second timer. I don't seem to be able to change that part. There is no drop down, to be fair. So if we have green, we go up here. If we have blue, we go down here. All right, can I have too many nodes? You can see current nodes count on the top of the screen. Oh, okay. I was gonna see if you could do multiple, but apparently not. You can just drag it over here to delete it though, which is good. And this is only one node, so I'm guessing hitting the trash can would not delete the results and the outputs. What happened to output stream 2? Release the program to complete the task. We had to pay for the server, so... First bit, complete the first level. Alright, well this is reasonably satisfying and pleasant. I'm enjoying the presentation of this. Spanish school? Okay, I guess that's the type of school, or maybe this is a different school. We have some errors in our questionnaires data. We can't solve the problem by ourselves. Can you please fix it? Your efficiency is measured not just in money, but with medals too, just like real programmers, all those medals. Medals influence your story progression while boosting your self-esteem at the same time. Ah yes, so what they really mean is achievements. That might actually be a thing for motivating programmers, given how much of an overlap there probably is with programmers and gamers. Although there is a lot of programming that doesn't have to do with games. To get a medal, your scheme has to meet the respective times and node limits. You can improve your result later on. On that note, by the way, I am a programmer, so, like, I actually just recently wrote my own task manager. So, this, from a programming perspective, I'm not expecting to be challenged here at all. I'm just kind of looking at it from a puzzle perspective. In the game, node destroys elements. No matter how many trash cans you place, they will count for one node. Oh, okay. That's good. Real data sets have lots of errors. Filtering out errors is a very important skill for all data scientists. Reasonable. I could go to an article or Discord. I don't feel like opening a separate window in-game is going to be good, especially since the way that this game records is a bit weird. It doesn't, like OBS didn't really recognize it as a game or as a window, so I just have my entire display captured, and I don't want to start messing with random stuff. Anyway, I got 2 nodes this time. Okay, so this time I want red and green. So I guess what we want to do here then is blue goes to trash. Otherwise, it goes out. I think that's reasonable. Oh, this time is a time limit, I guess. It didn't start... Yeah, let's just confirm that. Yeah, time limit. Oh, it even tells me rewards. Server's cost. I see. So at the moment, there's nothing I can really do with this, but eventually things will get complicated enough that I'll be rewarded for efficiency with more cat bugs. Okay. Now just clicking on these tell me what I need to do for the medals. Okay. That's fair. So if I go for bronze, I have access to 30 nodes and a whole bunch more time, but I get paid less. And it's just on gold by default. Okay, I mean... That's one way to do it. It's reasonable. Okay, so yeah, profile data. I'm assuming that this is just outputting in a random order. I could just stop it again and check, but that's something I'll try to remember to check on the next one at the start. Without blue, yeah. Time is getting kind of tight. Okay. I guess that required to be perfectly efficient, but there was only really one way to do it. So that's going to be interesting in the future. Well, we made money. Errors in database number 2. Almost machine learning, basic machine learning. So, okay, so we actually get to machine learning here. I am very curious to see what that's going to be. Hello, it's us again. We found some new types of errors made by our users. Please update your program. It will be easier if you use the previous version of the code. So, history of expert systems. 1965 can be considered a starting point for the work on creating expert systems. That year, scientists of Stanford Research Institute, Edward Feigenbaum and Bruce Buchanan, teamed up with Nobel laureate Joshua Lederberg and began working on a computer system designed to determine the molecular structure of chemical compounds. Neat. Alright. Non-neural artificial intelligence. Mankind has always been trying to create an artificial intelligence. Before the invention of neural networks, people used expert systems. An expert system is a deterministic algorithm which reproduces decisions of a real person. An example, this is Eliza, the very first chatbot in the world. It was created in 1966 and talked with the patient using questions similar to real psychotherapists. It worked horribly. I can imagine. Custom nodes are special nodes containing your previously designed schemes. Press on the middle tab to switch to custom node lists. Okay, well that's going to get complicated. Drag the custom node sorting the color red to the workspace. If you want to modify the scheme inside the custom node, double right click on it and press the down arrow icon. I see. So I can go inside and look at this. So red else. I guess the name is going to have to tell me what this does. But yeah, we get this goes in, red goes out. Okay, we're going to test a couple of things. First, what happens if we don't trash? And 2, do we get the data in the same order every time? Blue, red, green. I can't get in. Stop. Blue, red, green, blue, green, blue. Blue, red, green, blue, green, blue. Okay, it might be deterministic. Anyway, it's reasonably simple. I am wondering if it will eventually there will be a speed up option of some sort. Eliza, world's first chatbot. Sure. How to recognize a cat in the picture. So this is a different type of mission now. Hey, is there any way to detect the cat without using expert systems? It works for texts, but with pictures not so much. Furthermore, that cat just won't sit still. That it does not. Try decision trees then. Those are like expert systems but on steroids. Once you feel comfortable around them, try Sift. This little devil is way more effective with pictures. Also works nicely when paired with other algorithms. Or you can use nails or glue or something. Come on, it's just a cat, it won't fight you back. I'm just kidding, please don't use anything I mentioned on an actual cat. Different nodes have different processing rates. The parameter will influence efficiency of your schemes. Icons on the right indicate the amount of time required for a node to process one element of data. Decision tree color. This node compares output parameters with an element's color. If the element color is equal to only one socket's color, the element moves to that socket. If an element's color satisfies both conditions or none of them, it goes to a random socket. Okay, so in this case, red is top, blue is bottom, and green just kind of goes randomly. Oh, that's exciting. Decision tree is one of the basic machine learning algorithms. Each tree knows a limited number of classes. For each element, the tree asks some questions and chooses the class most similar to the element. Alright, so I want red and green on top, and I want green and blue on the bottom. Alright, well, let's go with the faster option then. If we don't care about where green ends up, we can just... Can I also have an any option, okay. Well. Okay, there we go. Missed a message there, but this sort's pretty fast anyway. Alright, so now, do I want to continue sideways or go forward? Cat speech recognition system, 16% complete. Recognizing cat on pictures, 85%. Let's go sideways. I feel like I'm not gonna really want to go back to sideways once I've gone further ahead, so let's check it out now. Optimization of the code. Okay, let's look at this first. Who invented the decision tree? Decision tree is one of the automatic tree analysis methods. The first ideas of creating decision trees date back to the works of Hoveland and Hunt in the late 50s and of the 20th century. However, the fundamental work that gave impetus to the development of this direction was a book named Hunt, Marin, and Stone: Experiments in Induction, published in 1966. And they didn't use an Oxford comma. Either that or Marin and Stone is just one person. Hi, it's us again. The Spanish school, really. I mean, we have a regular client. I guess that's good. We hope it's our last request for you. We've changed our database system. Can you update your code from last time? We need it to work faster. To decrease and increase speed. Okay. Click a button on the screen or use arrows A and D. Use space to pause. Okay, that's good to know. So we want red. We have a time limit here. So we can do 3 nodes. So I guess what we're doing is probably just something like this, because this is 1 second to choose red. But, oh right, I can do unlimited trash. If we don't want to cross the wires, I can even change this. So this will be green, this will be red. Red goes down here, green goes up here. So we want red as our output. Here we got all 3 inputs. If we get blue, we trash it. But if we get red or green, well, green will go either way. But here, so some green will be trashed, other green comes up here, and this green is trashed, red goes through. And it's still only 0.6 seconds for a red to get through as opposed to a full second. All right. It's a lot of green data. And I guess it has to be in a set order because otherwise these time limits could be annoying. Alright, we've optimized. Now let's go to MedX. Greetings, our company is manufacturing all organic natural painkillers. This is certainly within our wheelhouse. Absolutely the kind of work we've been doing. They are used to decrease suffering, mood improvement, and coping with eating disorders. Known side effects, including dilated pupils, diarrhea, physical and mental addiction, are caused by the human factor. From time to time, our workers pick the wrong plants because they look like medical herbs. We'd like you to design an algorithm that would sort herbs by petals' colors. Okay, so that is actually reasonable then, based on what we've been doing. So they've apparently employed a bunch of colorblind people, and it's causing issues. Alright, so we have red, green, blue. Red and green can go to either output, but green and blue... Okay, so all this is saying is we don't care about green. Red can go either output, but blue goes here. And do I need red to go to both outputs? I guess we're probably just using this then. I mean, we could do this and just take the blue out. But this will be faster. So, I mean, I can do this, and then I get everything done. But I think I want this, right? So let's see what happens if I don't do that. So I will get both of the outputs right. But because I'm ignoring one of my output streams... Yeah, these are already both complete. Still have time. Okay, it downgrades the metal. You ran out of time. Low accuracy. Yeah, so you do need to satisfy all three outputs. Good to know. So really what that means then... Okay, we'll delete that. We want red to go both ways. So I can just do this. The other thing was I could do something like green and blue, and then red would just be sorted however, but like I just want this random, right? Okay. Well, it worked. Can't do... Oh, complete a task with unlocked trash can without it. Okay. Illuminati Origins. Good day. I study ancient manuscripts and books in order to figure out the true story behind the Illuminati secret society. I need to recognize all the triangular shapes in these documents to solve the puzzle. Can you design a program that would do that for me? Ooh, detecting triangles. I feel like that's a lot harder than detecting colors. This node compares shapes. If an element's shape matches the designated shape, said element goes to the top socket, otherwise go to the bottom socket. Okay. Sift, Scale Invariant Feature Transform, is one of the most powerful non-neural algorithms for detecting features on pictures, which is essential for image recognition. Sift is very fast and is capable of recognizing simple objects and patterns. Alright, so we've got circles, squares, and triangles. We want triangles out, and we don't want circles or squares. Alright, well... Triangle out, this is a more expensive calculation, that makes sense. Then we'll delete everything that isn't a triangle. Ah, we're on 2 times speed by default. We can go up to 3. Working for the man feels too easy, boring, or soul-sucking. Aim for the sky and become a CTO of a startup. In the world of savage market laws, it's either sink or swim. Will you get rich or bite the dust? It's worth trying anyway. almost machine learning. I mean, I guess we can do Pizza Shack and see what that's about. CAD is a triangle. Okay. Or something. Mama Smith's Pizza Shack. Hello. We're honored to invite you to join our startup, world's first AI-controlled pizza place. But our finger is always stained with flour, and we can't really code because of that. Help us write and implement an algorithm that would be capable to separate orders for round pizza from orders for square-shaped pizza. Let's feed the people and become rich. Okay, well... hello dear, we remembered how you cherish your financial independence, but come on, your birthday is just around the corner. Be a good kid and take this money and buy yourself something nice, will you? We love you very much and we miss you. Do not forget to put a hat on, it's very cold outside. Okay. Good to check your mail. A scheme created while working for a startup does not differ from any other, but there is no solution to startups. A scheme just works better or worse, and your future profits depend on its quality. Alright, so round and square. Well, the task that we were given was ridiculously simple. Because there are no triangular pizzas. Oh, okay. Your program seems to be working fine. Further testing won't affect the results. Feel free to stop. Oh, okay. You're trying to design an AI-controlled pizza place that serves pizza in round and square shapes. The scheme you're designing is the brain of the pizza robot. It sorts orders by the shape of pizza that your clients order. These are the users of your startup, in this case your pizza restaurant. They've heard of a new amazing place in town and now they want to grab a slice. These are your clients' orders. The millennials don't care too much about toppings, only shape matters. Don't know about that. Mind the accuracy. If a client gets a pizza they've ordered, they will pay you money and tell their friends about the place. If a client doesn't get what they want, they refuse to pay and don't expect them to return with friends. One more thing, clients don't like waiting in queues and they will leave with no hesitation. If your scheme is working slowly, the waiting time will get longer. The market is constantly changing, so pay attention to what's going on and experiment with your schemes. And now it's time to launch your first startup. Okay, I mean, there's not really a whole lot we can do with this one, so... this action deploys the code to the servers. From this moment, the startup will work automatically. This table is your principal source of information about your startups. Oh, we're a business sim now. Okay. Press next day to proceed. When you switch to the next day, you get the money you've earned or lost depending on how many users' requests were processed by your scheme. Hey look, your users seem to like what your scheme is doing. They're even inviting friends. The cash is flowing. I mean, that second line was smaller than the first. When hype icon is green, that means your startup is all over the news. Expect lots of new users. Alright. Tree is going to be coding, right? Yeah, back to here. So Pizza Shack. I guess I can just look at it if I want. Clicking on random stuff. Okay, I can open the computer. Or I can arrange... Whoops. I can also click outside the window. That's what I mean about the recording being kind of weird on this one. Alright, I can buy things. Does nothing, has Skyrom pre-installed, mandatory for purchase. Banhammer's miniature, Catmarine. It's typical Game Workshop pricing, right? Fade haircut is locked. Protects from radiation. Well, that sounds important. Let's not get radiated. Buy an interior, sure. Nodes. Okay, stuff here. Hardware. 1 megabyte of RAM. Increase socket processing queue by 3. Rentium. Increase nodes work speed by 1%. Increases data transfer speed by 1%. Tambourine. Increase data transfer speed by 1%. Don't know how much of a difference it's going to make, but sure, let's buy a PC upgrade. So we can get a cat. Cat skin, okay. Stuff that we can do. Chicken escape. Chicken Escape Farm. Hey there, my name is Sarah. I own a small technology farm. Our distributors demand supplies of eggs of different kinds. Are some of them square? And it takes a lot of time to sort them manually. That's why we decided to automate the process. We have all the data about eggs parameters, but we need an algorithm which will work without human assistance and with high accuracy. Color seems more likely. It could also be size. What are we doing here? No, it is in fact square eggs. Okay. I mean, you can only do so much with this kind of a presentation, I guess. So we got 2. So we're going to be doing a sift. And I mean, I guess really, we're still in the realm of trivial here. If it's a circle, go up. Otherwise, if it's a square, go here. Otherwise, go here. So looking at the eggs data, so I just had a thought, but okay, well, okay, we're gonna replay this mission. How about that? Because there's a lot more squares. So if I did the first sifting was square, goes to output, and then the other 2 go to the side. I wonder if that would be more efficient, because the data that we're processing the most is also the data... Yeah. So we've got a silver success. But if we do this, square goes first, then circle. And we test run this. Still not. Same output result. Okay, so... Is there a way we can make this faster, other than just buying more computer parts? 85 is greater than 70. So I do think that was the correct idea here. But we're too slow on the sorting. I'm not sure if there's anything I can do about that. It did seem to be the same speed no matter which way I did this. And And we can't just completely ignore one. Like, I can't just go, you know, circle and triangle and just not do squares. I mean, we could try it and see what happens. No, we can't because we always have to do an else. And I don't want to do something inaccurate, so maybe... maybe we just accept that. There's, if there's a way to do this faster, there's something I'm not understanding. But this could just be a hardware limit as well. Although it is kind of weird. Well, we will just accept that result, I guess. Oh, is this also silver? This was also too slow. Yeah. Alright, well, I guess that's just kind of how it is. We'll worry about that. Worry about that some other time, maybe. Crowd psychology. Good day. Our company is making a research on crowd psychology. We need an algorithm which would be capable of defining a person's type based on certain behavior patterns. This way, we will be able to quickly identify dangerous individuals in the crowd and prevent unpleasant accidents. We have identified the parameters to work with, but we need an experienced developer to write the algorithm. People's behavior data. Yeah, this looks a bit more complicated. So what do we want? We want green triangle down at the bottom, blue up here, and I guess we don't want any of the other data? Don't want any of the other data. Alright, so... I'm being distracted by these dogs going off. They do that. Unfortunately, there's just nothing I can do about it, so... If I wait for time to be quiet, I just never get to record. Okay, so... I guess the first thing we can do... Can we have multiple outputs? So the first thing to do is actually some testing. Can I have multiple things? Yes. Okay. So I can separate things out. So if I wanted to separate out green, for example, maybe that's a reasonable start. Is if it's green... Well, no, because what this is going to do... Like, if I wanted only green out... Like, I can't do... Like, sifting is only for shapes. So what happens if I do green any? If I do green any, do I get any green on the outside? Bottom. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely, I think, the first actually complicated level. So I can't just separate out the green. Well, the other way to do it, I could separate out the triangles, right? If we get a triangle, we go down. Otherwise, we go up. Then we look up here. Again, I can't just separate out green. I wish you could, whoops. Oh, that's interesting. Wish you could just right-click on them to delete them. So, if we have a triangle, we go this way. Well, let's just finish this. I mean, I guess we can delete excess data. Because otherwise we're going green and blue. Those will be green triangles go through. But we're getting red kind of going wherever. Could go any, and then we're just deleting some of the green. But that means that we're not capturing all of the data. So in this case, because some of the green triangles are now going to go this way, which is trash. So green triangle. Green triangle goes here. Everything that isn't a triangle is going up here. So I guess what we can do here... we're just going to do something that'll work, but will be slow, and then we'll iterate, maybe. No, any will get us some green. Alright. So all green will be thrown out. Half of the blue will be thrown out as well. But we keep half the blue and some of the red. Alright, and since triangles have already been thrown out, that should be fine. I think this works. Now, we're never getting any red squares here. And we do have a lot more nodes. Ran out of time. Oh. So we don't get more time with the time limit. We just have to be efficient. Okay. Well... This is a very expensive calculation, so starting with that with a sift is actually a terrible idea. So I think what we're going to do instead... I mean, we could just take our cue from this. So blue goes up, green goes down, red goes either way. And just do the obvious that way. So here we're getting blue and red, here we're getting green and red. So for blue and red, we're going to throw out the triangles. This might actually just be really simple. Whereas for green and red coming down this way, we don't want circles. Well, we get green and red here, so do that. And red is going to be square, green is going to be triangle. Square goes here, triangle goes here. Trash. We don't have to worry about counting extra. This uses 6. This is probably the intended solution. Or at the very least, the intended simple solution, right? Okay, we ran out of time though. So we got a bronze. I did see that we had a backup here though. So is there a better way of dealing with this? Because this is taking too long. But yeah, I'm sorting out the colors. I feel like similar to Space Chem, if I try to spend a lot of time optimizing these, I'm just going to drag down the experience and I'm ultimately going to burn out. So maybe I just don't worry about it. I'm assuming that gold medals are possible on all of these missions, but I don't know, like some of the other missions that we did, it was actually pretty questionable. I guess we could like make this longer. Would that make a difference? Actually, that's a quick thing we can test. How much data can we store on a cable? It doesn't matter. It's as soon as the box is full. That's when, yeah, and it's the same thing here. Box is full. Well, it was a success. Oh, and we made money from Mama Smith's Pizza Shack. Time is passing by and the market changes. When hype icon is yellow, it means your target audience is already aware of your startup. Don't expect many new users at this point. Okay. When hype icon is gray, it means you've satisfied your target audience. Users starting to leave. Watch your earnings carefully. When the number becomes red, it's time to cash out. What, sell the startup? Hide in room. Go in room. Oh, okay. There it is. Alright, well... Okay, I think that... I was going to say I think that's pretty good for a start, but we do have one more node here. Story comic before we get to this, and I feel like getting to neural networks, a new task type. So maybe we do this, and then that'll be it. You have reached the end of the epic. Click on one of the banners to proceed further in the story. Well, bronze is all we got. I don't know why we didn't get gold and everything, so we'll go bronze. Okay, here goes nothing. If it even matters. Didn't work. Past the ancient epoch. Okay. Why are we given a choice? Is there something different that I'm not noticing? Cat has been detected. Okay. Yeah, so it is slightly different. Well, I mean, we did get gold all the way through the main line, for what that's worth. Okay, so now we're trying to recognize the cat's emotions. But that'll be next time. I will see you then.